Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Innocent Villains podcast. It's been a while since we recorded.
We have not made an episode since the day that Charlie Kirk was assassinated.
Literally to the day.
The day.
I'm going to crack open a Red Bull
Go
right
ahead, let
now.
me hear it. Crispy.
There we go.
Yeah, and we haven't been on since Charlie Kirk was assassinated, or I haven't been on. You've been making content,
Trying
posting
to.
out content.
Nobody seems to
I had
want
to take a break. I was on Twitter a lot, and feel like I got a lobotomy from watching a lot of Candace Owens clips. It was bad, dude. It was bad. I feel like I was genuinely lobotomized. As her book would say, I wish she would make me a sandwich and stop talking so much.
And
go ahead.
And here's the thing, okay? This not to reference another clip, but this 6-second clip of Candace Owens has just been continuously flying around online, and I thought that it was we would have to do this whole clip justice and just play it. You guys have probably seen it, but people on the internet are talking about Candace Owens, so we're gonna play this for you now. Like I said, it's crazy. It went viral, but what do you guys think about Candace Owens after watching this video?
You don't get to ask those questions. What's wrong with you, Mom? Why are you so scared?
Let's right here. Folks, people are talking.
It's hot.
People are talking.
It's hot.
Now, I'm a married man, but I can live through you.
It's hot. I'm everything but married, but yeah, I mean, we got everything going. I mean, give me 2 years and we're married, but
look at those eyes.
Yeah.
No
Psycho.
wonder she has 4 kids.
Psycho.
But what I wanted to talk to you about now is, what were you going to say before that?
She has been absolutely grifting off of this Charlie Kirk assassination.
Right?
And it's been.
Yes.
I feel like we have two totally opposite sides of the spectrum here with the Charlie Kirk assassination. Now, obviously, like we mentioned the last time we recorded, when Charlie Kirk was assassinated, we felt it in our stomach. There was a visceral feeling of just disgust and despair and anger because all he was doing was simply speaking and having conversations, you know?
That's all it was.
And so I was genuinely appalled when he was assassinated. Now, we can circle back, and I feel like we're getting two opposite sides of the spectrum here. So we have this side where it's Erica Kirk, and everything's coming, you know, the conspiracies and the rabbit holes about Erica Kirk are falling down the rabbit hole, and I'd actually like to talk about that.
I would like to talk about that as well.
Because I don't know how I feel about Erica, but also then we have Candace, and we have Jack Posobiec, who's just kind of, you know, I feel like the only true person kind of standing up for Charlie's legacy in a sense.
Because he did the show with them.
Right. So you have Erica Kirk, who, you know, is I don't know. I saw Officer Tatum talk about how he reacted to a Nick Fuentes clip when Nick was talking about, why everything looks so shady around Erica, why she doesn't really seem like she's mourning. I was not at all a big fan of the funeral service or the remembrance, whatever it was. I was not a fan of it at all. And genuinely, it was just because it was a show. And we had too many speakers that turned things political and not enough about remembering Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was the most important part, was remembering Charlie Kirk. And then you have President Trump closing it. He gave the final speech of the night and took time out of his speech talking about Charlie to talk about Tylenol and autism, you know, and curing autism.
It felt disingenuous.
It felt very disingenuous. So then you have the other side where it's Candace Owens, who posted a lot on her Instagram story about the death of Charlie Kirk and the videos, you know, remembering Charlie Kirk and all that stuff. That was very sweet. But then now she's grifting, and now she had started it off by this letter that was now leaked by the New York, or was it the New York Times or the Post? It was the Times.
I think it was the Times. Yeah.
So you have a story that was, you know, you have the letter that was put out. Candace comes out after he died saying that it was Israel, and there was a letter that was basically stating that, hey, Israel is, you know, I have to be anti-Israel now. I'm really, you know, second guessing my opinion on Israel, yada, yada, yada. And the letter gets leaked, or the letter gets put out, and it's basically Charlie just saying,
it's a love letter.
I need talking points here. I need help. There's so many people that hate Israel, and they're saying, yeah. That's pretty much what it was, man. I mean, it was disgusting. It was doing tricks on Israel is what he was doing.
But it went completely against what Candace Owens was saying. That's the whole thing. So
right, so I feel like we have lying. Just to close out my statement, we have nobody who's really like Charlie was one of a kind, and you'll see that the minute he died because of everything that's going on. Now, Erica is no longer, it's not like we're letting Jack Posobiec take over, or it's not like, we're electing somebody else. No, it's going to be Erica who's going to run the whole thing, who after 2 weeks is, I'm sure behind closed doors you can mourn behind closed doors, but to come on and laugh and, to sit there at the desk and do the show and whatever. I mean, 2 weeks after he died, man, it's I don't know.
And we'll talk about that. But this is one of those clips that you were talking about that you sent me. And this is Candace saying 48 hours before Charlie was assassinated, he essentially told his donors to abandon the pro-Israel cause. And like I said, we know this is not true. We know she was lying about this. It was proven today or yesterday that she was lying about this. But here's her coming out and just telling a lie.
About 48 hours before Charlie Kirk died, Charlie informed people at Turning Point, as well as Jewish donors and a rabbi, that he had no choice but to abandon the pro-Israel cause out.
Why is her hand so white?
Because she's in blackface, dude.
Right, okay? Charlie was done. He said it explicitly. That he refused.
I mean, come on, man. I can't stop looking at it. Why? Whoa. Like, whoa.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Whoa.
It's pretty white.
Dude.
I'm trying to pull up another clip here, too.
Bullied anymore by the Jewish donors? Can you guys answer? Did he express that? Did he also express that he wanted to bring me, Candace Owens, back because he was standing up for himself? And then did he, just 48 hours later, conveniently catch a bullet to the throat?
So we know now that like all of these head motions and the head nod and the facial, it's all fake.
The gab.
It's all fake. Why are you trying to appear holier than thou? Why are you lying? Last time I checked, you had like 4 kids at home. Where is your husband? Where's your billionaire husband? Go play with your kids. I don't get it.
My glass is fogged up. It's warm in
You're
here.
good. You're good. Well, we're being passionate, but I just don't understand. Why do you have to lie about everything? She lied about Brigitte McCrum. She's going to lose $5 to $10 million off the defamation lawsuit. She's easily going to lose that. And
she's searching for another one, dude.
Yeah.
She's searching for another one. She's searching for one as hard as fucking, I mean, I don't think Trump's going to get a defamation suit for saying Tylenol.
He might.
But that one's
they
wild
might sue
too.
him.
Why aren't you saying acetaminophen, which is the acting ingredient inside of Tylenol? So I did send you a clip because I watched this panel, and it's an awesome panel. I don't know how much Piers Morgan you watch.
Some of it.
But a lot of his panels have been just very insightful. So for anybody who doesn't know, this is former Navy SEAL Rob O'Neill. He is the guy who assassinated Osama bin Laden. Yeah. So before we even watch the clip, Luke, I want to ask you, like, what's your opinion on the whole conspiracy behind the Charlie Kirk murder?
I think a lot of it.
Do you believe that we saw an entry hole, an exit hole, or an exit wound? Do you believe that Tyler Robinson actually pulled the trigger? What's your opinion?
So there's some shady shit. Don't get me wrong. The lack of an exit wound is certainly concerning, considering that this any other bullet would have like shattered his neck.
It was a 30-06. It was a 30-06 at about 175 yards. I mean,
right. It could have potentially killed other people by him.
100%.
I don't buy he had bones of steel. Like I think that's
no. That
bullshit.
Was such a Superman bone density.
Yeah, I think that's all bullshit. He wasn't God rest his soul, but he never seemed to be like an alpha male.
No.
But yeah, I think it's a little weird. I don't buy any of the conspiracies from Candace though, like the trapdoor bullshit.
Right.
When it doesn't make sense. If somebody came up and shot him from a trap door, you don't think the 3,000 people that were like looking at him from a distance and from up high would have seen that and
right,
be like,
100%.
hey, let's go rush the shooter? That never made sense to me. But then again, I don't know if I buy the official narrative. It just makes the most sense, but I haven't read that much into the conspiracies because I know you can lose yourself like that.
Dude, you really can. I mean,
tell me your opinion.
So here's the deal. Rob O'Neill, obviously, is a sniper.
Obviously.
So he thinks that what we saw was an exit wound. You have a lot of slowed down video of the shirt rising, all that. I just don't. I don't know. I feel like also too, and this is just my own thing, but we all saw the video of how he got shot. Left side of the neck. I feel as if we were seeing an entrance wound, with a 30-06, we would have seen him go to his right. He was shot on the left. We would have seen him go to his right. He was shot on the left, so they say, and he went to his left. Mm-hmm. That doesn't make sense to me. It's a high-velocity round. I feel like we would have seen, his body move to another side. Crazier shit's happened, but Rob O'Neill does not believe the official narrative.
We'll play that video for you guys now. Here we go.
Me, I mean, it was off right from the beginning for me. Do we not guard rooftops anymore? There's been assassination attempts all over the world. Right. Why aren't we looking at rooftops? And then when I was sent the video with this at the same message where they said Charlie Kirk was just shot. When I watched that horrific video, he was obviously dead before he hit the ground. But the questions immediately started to come to me. That was not an entry wound that we saw. We saw an exit wound. So where'd that bullet come from? You don't bleed and I've shot guys closer than the camera was. And an entry wound doesn't look like that. An exit wound does. Why did his shirt move the way it did? When I've shot people, their shirts didn't move like that. And then the initial reaction was, well, he was obviously wearing body armor and it was deflection. One, no. He wasn't wearing body armor. And two, it doesn't deflect like that off of body armor. Why was his shirt moving from right to left? Why were people being interviewed saying, they came from my left to right, from his right to left, immediately shut down? And then did they tear the crime scene down immediately? Just right off the bat, from seeing it, knowing he was dead, saying a lot of this is bad, not even getting into the soliloquy of text messages that 22-year-olds don't send their trans lover. So immediately it's just the official story sounds like it needs to be investigated. But now, the whole crime scene's gone. They paved over it. Nothing to see here.
Yeah, I mean, the text messages, we haven't even gotten into that, but that was wild.
Yeah, it was.
Saying my vehicle instead of my car.
Yeah, he wasn't talking like a person.
Right, saying the rifle instead of the gun. Saying, basically just admitting to it through text message. Seems pretty asinine to me, but the funniest part, I wouldn't even say the funniest, but the most shocking part about it is not even 2 weeks after his assassination, they have completely defaced the assassination site.
Yeah, that was a bit odd.
Yeah, they've paved over it. I mean, I'm sure that there was maybe some blood stains or whatever, but I don't know. It just seems like, it's just very open and shut. I'm blown away by how many conspiracies you can go down, and who picks what conspiracy. I feel like I'm in a position where I do not believe that Tyler Robinson pulled the trigger.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know what I believe, to be honest with you, because like I said, I try not to go down the conspiracies with this one in particular, because we all saw it, and everybody has a different opinion, like what happened. I'm trying really to look for the Israel thing, but I can't make a connection at all. It doesn't make any sense.
The only Israel connection that I have, aside from, Candace talking about the letter, or maybe or not, or whatever, the only thing that really sticks out to me is earlier last year, Israel conducted a mission where they were blowing up pagers.
Right.
So they're already putting explosive devices inside of making, this huge ruse on how they were able to get enemies to purchase these. Was it Hamas or no? It wasn't Hamas. It was Palestinians.
I think it was Hamas.
It might have been Hamas. Whoever the fuck it was. You had the pager incident. The only thing that I can think of is, maybe there was something inside of his shirt that shot him and it went through, and there's no... I just can't buy that Israel wanted
to kill him, though.
You can lose yourself.
He was their number one goy.
He really was. He was a goy boy, baby.
There was no reason to kill him. Now that he's dead, they're trying to push out this other kid, which we could talk about that, too.
What's his name? Is it Breland?
Breland something.
Breland
we could look it up in a second.
Yeah.
But, he was the conservative in the Gen Z millennial space, and he was the most popular. He was Israel's lapdog. Not to desecrate him while he's he's deceased now, but he was their lapdog. He would do everything for Israel. He was constantly defending Israel, saying, oh, I'm not talking about Jeffrey Epstein anymore. We're done talking about Epstein. He would condemn people that question numbers of the Holocaust. He would condemn Groyper, saying anti-Semitism is a rabid disease, and it is a sin, and it is awful, and you should be cured. And all of this stuff, when you question even the tiniest amount of evidence that Israel was committing a genocide per se. So, like, I don't understand why everybody says, all these women, dude, all these women, they see one piece of information. It's not even correct. All of these women, who shouldn't be voting, by the way, all of these women are saying, hey, you know what? Israel killed Charlie Kirk. It even got to the point where this is a little bit crazy. This theory went mainstream because at the dinner table, my family, Saturday night, we do dinner every Saturday night. And guess who's saying Israel killed Charlie Kirk? The evangelicals in my family. Like, unreal. That's why I kind of took a step back and I was like, now hold on.
The low IQ anti-Semitism runs deep.
Now hold on. I just can't bring myself to think that Israel killed him. But like, this is like the low IQ anti-Semite thing, but like 4 weeks ago, these people were saying, oh no, we should bless Israel. It's absurd. It's absurd what's happened.
It's the mainstream.
The world in the past 10 years, Trump broke the world. We've talked about this before. But in the past 20 days since Charlie Kirk was assassinated, conspiracies, full stream, mainstream.
100%.
These people, I just don't understand. Like, they will believe anything on TikTok.
And it almost makes me think that, I mean, it doesn't even make me think. It makes me realize.
Cringe.
It makes me realize that the people that are saying that, who usually were, Fox News conservatives,
right,
or whatever was going on through the Fox News tunnel. I call them Fox News conservatives. It's really who they pay attention to, the mainstream, the radio, those kind of conservatives that
Correct.
are all Zionists.
Yes.
No one's listening to them anymore. I mean, I haven't watched Fox News in a while, but I haven't heard a Mark Levin clip hit my timeline in how long?
It's only when he
right,
just slobs on Israel's dick.
Right. So like,
which is a lot, but you don't see it.
No, I think he keeps it to his own show. But it's dude, I don't know that I'm believing that Israel did it, but I don't know that I'm believing that it was Tyler Robinson. I think I'll leave it at that. I don't think that I'm full blown. It was Israel this time.
I don't think so.
I think Israel's got a lot on their plate right now, and I don't think that losing their top goy, like you said, even if he was going to turn, I mean, even if he did turn, how many people were going to turn with him, or whatever?
He wouldn't have.
No, I don't think he would have turned either.
He was literally telling Netanyahu, like,
right,
I love you.
That letter that was confirmed by TPUSA yesterday was literally, hey, you giving them advice. Here's my unsolicited advice if you have an open mind. You need, Israel, an Israel First website where you can, throw these conspiracies or throw these, talking points into, and it'll give you a response on, it'll fact check everything, because it shouldn't be my responsibility to fact check everything that people are saying about Israel. Like, that was literally the letter. And basically just saying, I love Israel, and I blah, 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 blah. Like, it's just, dude, it's so disgusting. And I don't know, did you see, let me pull up another clip here, because it was actually very, it was funny to see. Dave Smith and Officer Tatum, they were also on Piers Morgan.
Actually, I do have that clip. I could pull it up for you. I DM'd it to you a while back.
Yeah, I watched the full panel.
But yeah, dude, it was so crazy. Cause
I don't know if you might have just sent me you called me the devil or whatever, but I want...
But it was so crazy because Dave did destroy him, and Officer Tatum went on to say, "Oh no, you're a self-hating Jew," whatever the case was. But Tatum, another one who has just been doing the bidding of Israel and Netanyahu.
So bad, like, dude. He's just an absolute Zionist.
Like no other. And it's crazy because you see all these people, you have respect for them. Like in 2016 or whenever he came down the scene, like 2018, he was a black conservative. He was a minority in
Hopefully
terms
that
of...
doesn't fuck your timeline up. I just sent you a clip of it.
No, it won't. But
Continue.
No, like he was somebody that was to be respected, dude. He was somebody going against the grain, black Trump supporter, black conservative, and you had respect for this guy. But ever since October 7th, everything has changed. And here is that clip that you're referencing. We're going to put that up of Dave Smith just taking it to him and exposing him for the shill that he is. I mean, there's no better way to say it, but this is that clip, so here we go.
you know what?
For the 15th time, you're 100% wrong. Benjamin Netanyahu, the longest-serving prime minister, the longest-serving prime minister in Israeli history, has made at the center of his entire career thwarting a Palestinian state. He has said this in his own words over again. You don't know what you're talking about if you think that Israel has just been trying. No,
people
you're
that are
just
watching
dumb.
this fact check.
You don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Now you want to attack
You're
me?
calling me a liar.
Address the
you're
issue.
calling me a liar, dude, and you're full of shit.
Because
you don't know
it's
shit.
factual.
You don't
I'll
know
tell you,
anything
I'll
about
tell you,
this.
Officer Tatum.
You've gone on some IDF
Wait a sec.
stories.
Wait
You
a
don't know
sec.
shit.
Wait a sec. I actually think.
I did what?
If you
I did
want,
the IDF
if you,
tour.
I
wasn't
actually
there
think.
with IDF.
Listen, Officer Tatum. I actually, you know
So
what?
Hang on. Continue what you're gonna say.
well,
but I want to.
he's actually not an officer anymore. I don't think he's been a police officer for like 7 years.
No, he hasn't been. But pull this clip up right now.
DM it to me.
This is what Officer Tatum. This is what he is backing here. So earlier last month, I believe, he interviewed Prime Minister Netanyahu, and this was just one of the clips that he just slid this sentence in here, and the fact that he even said it, dude, is so fucking funny. Watch.
In Israel, if you actually talk to the majority of Christians, talk to them, you'll see what they say. They say Israel is the only place where we're respected and protected.
And I can attest to that as a Christian who went to Israel. I spent 2 weeks there with the church, and we had an incredible time. We had only one incident where a small child spit on one of the pastors.
There was only one incident.
What a great trip. We only had one incident where there was a hate crime. Just one. Just one.
And it was just a child. Maybe it was drool, whatever. It's like, no, dude, that literally goes to show that everything that everybody says is correct. Guess what? You go to Israel as a Christian, you get spit on. You get slapped. Israel does not respect you as a Christian. Israel hates Christians. Like, I don't understand where the narrative comes that, oh, it's okay, it's all right to come here and you come kiss the wall and you come, spend time and you put the yarmulke on and you suck my penis and you do what, like, it's so overplayed. And the fact that you just know that he's getting money from this visit not from the visit, but the visit was probably paid for. Mm-hmm. And the fact that, he probably got banked for having him on his show. And it's just the Zionist mindset and ideology is so funny. And when you really listen to, and I hate to dick ride, but of course, Nick Fuentes talks about, shocker, talks about how he used to call TPUSA Talking Points USA.
Yeah.
Like, all it was Israel talking points. They have you get fed something and, oh, here's how I counteract it, Oh, well, they're committing a genocide. Oh, well, you poked the bear on October 7th.
It's so crazy.
Okay, well, there was 1,200 people that died on October 7th, and how many millions are we up to in Gaza right now? Like, it's disgusting.
It's crazy. Now, so Officer Tatum was saying, hey, we were only spit on
just once.
Me and the congregation were only spit on once by Jews in Israel. Here are a couple of Jews in Israel spitting on nuns, Christian nuns, Catholic nuns. Here's the video. Nice.
Classy.
Here's another video. This one was a monk, by what it looks like here, and an Israeli settler is spitting on a monk.
That I know for the police that you were attacking me.
But you cannot do this. Don't take a picture. Take it down.
Come
take
on,
it down.
What are they taking?
His cross.
They're trying to take his cross?
I think so. I think they
And
tell,
as you
they
can see,
tell,
the
they tell you
people
to tuck his cross. They tell you to tuck your cross.
That's
when
right.
You go to the
They
wall.
do have the rule. But look at them. They're covering up the camera.
Hey, come on. Could you make a picture of him? It's very good.
Isn't that terrible?
No.
Isn't that terrible?
No, he spit on me and he touched me.
He said he spit on me and he touched me.
No, because the police is always asking. Then I need a picture of his face.
And these are the people that rule us.
Yeah.
These are the people that rule us.
Yeah,
folks. If you
pull up the 250 congressmen that went to Israel.
Oh boy, did you send it to me?
I'll pull it up now. I mean,
okay, but while you're pulling that up, I don't mean to grip your foot over there. Folks, understand that Israel's existence is entirely predicated on U.S. support for Israel. Without our money, without your money that you are sending them via your tax dollars, non-consensually, by the way, you are providing them weapons. You're providing them weapons to fight their enemies, because over the past 78 years of their existence, they've poked the bear of every single one of their enemies, trying to infringe, trying to expand, trying to collapse the governments of these neighboring countries in the Middle East, because they want total control. And so they've done this two ways. Number one, we've been funding them. We've been giving them weapons. We've been giving them all the Patriot missiles, all that stuff. But then they've been using our army, specifically the white Christian men, to infiltrate these countries and cause all this chaos and destruction via the war in the Middle East for the past 20 years. And so you've seen the seven front wars or whatever. They get 7 wars. Well, they have one more, and it's Iran. And we're probably about to go back. But these people that rule us, they think we're all dumb. They think we're all stupid. They've bought TikTok, and now TikTok is an Israeli
censoring the juice emoji.
Exactly. And we'll talk about that in a little bit too. But they bought TikTok, and they're trying to get you to support Israel again. But I don't think you could put the genie back in the bottle. We've all seen what they've done. We've seen a bunch of baby heads get blown off. And I think I've seen one too many. I think one was too many. But now I've seen multiple. I've seen probably 5 different, way more than 5. But in the past couple weeks, it's been like 5 videos of kids either just dead in the street or heads blown off of these babies. And it's horrific. And you've seen the videos of Gaza in 2023, Gaza now 2 years later, and it's rubble. It was a beautiful beachfront property, beautiful city on the ocean, or not on the ocean, on the beach, nevertheless. And now just rubble, chaos,
I think
death,
there's 800 standing structures left or something
like that.
Oh,
it's awful. It's just horrific. So you can't, when Gen Z is the most, to finish, when Gen Z is the most online, when Gen Z is the one that sees all of this via X, TikTok, social media, we're the most tapped in, we're not gonna like it.
Right.
Because you can talk about all the Christians that are being slaughtered in Nigeria. And I think more people would feel strongly about this. I'm a Christian. I feel strongly about it. But we don't see it.
No.
You see, we see this every single day.
Right.
And so it's pretty hard to like Israel after you see all of these atrocities.
It really is. And
it's crazy.
And to piggyback on to the Pierce Morgan and Officer Tatum and Dave Smith. So one of my favorite takeaways from that was, again, we talk about Israel talking points and whatnot. Officer Tatum came in saying and blaming Hamas. So what's happening is on the Gaza Strip, Hamas is going into underground tunnels and leaving civilians outside for Israel's missiles. So Dave Smith's rebuttal is perfect, which is, okay, well, let's look at that and say, is there any humility in sending missiles there if we know Hamas is going underground and using these civilians to sit on top to take all of these missiles straight to the face? And no, like that is the funniest part about these Zionist talking points, is you can pick apart every single one of them. It's Hamas, it's Hamas, it's Hamas. Hamas is using them as human shields. Guess what? Then stop fucking bombing them.
Yeah, that's
because
really it.
They're using human shields because you're sending missiles in there. You are going to kill them, and you're going to allow Hamas to continue to reign free. Like, there's absolutely zero humility behind Israel's strikes. We saw it a couple months or last month with when they double tapped that hospital and killed those reporters.
Horrific.
You're not allowed. Reporters aren't allowed on the Gaza Strip. There's so much shady shit that goes on in this. It's like, how can you even still defend Israel?
They killed Catholics, dude. They killed Catholics in Gaza.
They continue
that
to.
Strike
They just
on the
killed.
church.
They just fucking killed. What was it? 4 U.S. citizens
it's
or something
terrible.
like
Yeah,
that.
And crickets.
Nothing.
It is insane.
Nothing.
And it's just like
Where was Mark Levin?
Yeah,
where was Mark Levin
where
then?
was Ben Shapiro? Where was Bibi Netanyahu? It's so funny how and you have Bibi that are saying, oh, this is what Jesus would have wanted you to do. Like, okay, pal. Last time I checked, I think you're going to hell.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jesus wouldn't have wanted you to kill 500,000 Palestinians.
What was the quote? It says the quote was like, the only way to the Father is through me, or the only way to heaven is through me.
Yeah, something like that.
And I'm pretty sure they don't think too highly of Jesus in the Talmud.
Not too much.
Last time I checked.
No, there's Ben Shapiro. That clip when he was on Joe Rogan's going around. He thinks he was just another Jewish whatever, fake prophecy.
Yeah.
Just, dude, it's so bullshit.
It's crazy.
It's so bullshit. But
so
this is America.
So I wanted to point this out, and then we're going to go to Bill Maher. But, like, what do you think about this? You talked about Shia. You talked about a couple minutes ago, you referenced the 250 members of the Congress in the United States that went to Israel at the same time. It's just so funny because you can see whom they serve.
Right.
Look at their master. Look at this. Oh, Israeli flag, Israeli flag, Israeli flag. Oh, there's an American flag all the way.
Tucked back.
All the way.
Tucked back.
There's a little American flag. Oh, look, we're supposed to be joined. This is our greatest ally.
This is not 250 Congress members in front of the White House.
No, this is like in a foreign country
They
all
all
at the same time.
Exactly. Folks, if you haven't realized already that the left and the right cannot agree on anything. Anything that goes to a vote in Congress gets split down the middle, left and right. But we saw it and we continue to see it every single time Israel's on the ballot. It goes 250 or 263 to 4. Isn't that those numbers? They cannot agree on health care for Americans. They can't agree on housing for Americans. They can't agree on anything that has to do with bettering myself, Luke, the viewer. They have absolutely zero plan of attack to better us. But don't worry. When Daddy comes to town, Daddy gets what he wants.
It's just so crazy.
And we didn't even talk about the members of the UN walking out during his address.
That's true. And we
don't have to talk about it, but that just goes to show.
It's so funny. Where's the high-speed rail? Weren't we supposed to get a high-speed rail across the country? How cool would a high-speed rail be? Think about it.
How cool would it to go to New York and for it to look like fucking China?
Yes.
Or Japan, or any of these innovative countries that continue to better themselves. You go to New York City. I just saw a video. New York City, some dude was picking up 2 pizzas. $76.
Yeah, 76. Yeah, it was crazy. And they were, you saw
for
the
two
pizza.
12-inch
they were
pizzas.
Thin crust.
Ridiculous.
It's insane. We have an affordability crisis in this country, but these people don't give a fuck. So I just don't know what to say about this. And
well, we're so worried about the genocide in Gaza, and they're worried about. I mean, we are worried about Palestinians being genocided, but there's a genocide that hits a little home. There's a Christian genocide going on right now. It's pretty disgusting, dude.
It's disgusting.
It's pretty disgusting. There's a Christian genocide in Nigeria happening right now. Have you heard about it?
So
no?
yes. Well,
no,
a little
not
bit.
you. It was a rhetorical question. Have you heard about it? Probably not.
So what I've been hearing, I've been doing a little bit of research about this, not a lot, but since like May, scratch that, April, there's been videos that have surfaced online of these, for lack of a better term, they're pirates, and what they're doing is they're killing these white farmers in South Africa. This is so not Nigeria, but this is the whole continent of Africa. And what they're doing is they're legit killing these white farmers, and they're taking their land. And you've heard the phrase by one of the rebels. It's something like "kill the Boer," which is kill the farmer. So it means to kill the white farmer. And then they make these sounds with their mouth like it's a gun. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of goes hard. But I'll play that for you in a second. But this is Bill Maher. So Bill Maher is talking about this genocide that is going on. It's a legit genocide. I think
Bill Maher, who's not a Christian,
he's a Jew.
He does, yeah.
But it's not to me that is pejorative at all.
No.
But like it's more people. It's more people that were killed in Gaza, that were killed in Africa, in Nigeria. And so we're going to play this clip. He's talking to Nancy Mace. Not the sharpest tool in the shed by any means.
Dude, I'll go on a Nancy Mace rant afterwards. Play the clip.
But this is Bill Maher.
Yeah.
The fact that this issue has not gotten on people's radar.
Right, no one's talking about it.
It's pretty amazing. If you don't know what's going on in Nigeria, your media sources suck. You are in a bubble. And again, I'm not a Christian, but they are systematically killing the Christians in Nigeria. They've killed over 100,000 since 2009. They've burned 18,000 churches. This is so much more. These are their Islamists, Boko Haram. This is so much more of a genocide attempt than what is going on in Gaza. They are literally attempting to wipe out the Christian population of an entire country. Where are the kids protesting this?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Because no one will talk about it, so thank you.
Absolutely.
It's Africa. That's why no one's talking about it, and they should be. You can't read about it in mainstream media. It's sad, so thank you for bringing it up.
Well, because the Jews aren't involved. That's why. It's the Christians and the Muslims. Who cares?
Call him a spade a spade there, Bill. He really is. I mean, he's calling it out. It reminded me when we were shit-talking Nancy Mace. It has absolutely nothing to do with it. But did you see Nancy Mace's, her statement after Charlie Kirk was assassinated? I pulled it up there. And we'll go back to the Christians, but it kind of makes me laugh because we were talking about how, Democrats and Republicans are so split, on any vote when it comes to Congress. But then, Nancy Mace comes out and says, well, you can play the clip and I'll tell you when to pause it because it's just very funny.
Let's own what happened today. I am devastated. My kids have called panicking. All the kids of every conservative in the country called panicking. Just because you speak your mind on an issue doesn't mean you get shot and killed. And he was talking about mass tranny violence when this happened. In this country, we have the First Amendment. We have freedom to speak what's on our mind and shouldn't get shot.
I would like to comment real quick.
Go
I would
ahead.
like to comment. Okay, so this is completely unrelated. These glasses are the blue light glasses that you can get off Amazon for like $6. There's no prescription in these glasses. I'm guilty of it too. I've done it too. I didn't fucking need them then. She doesn't fucking need them now. That is merely for theater. Sorry. Let me continue.
Because we believe in our system of democracy, conservative, liberal, whatever you are, you shouldn't be shot for your beliefs. Nobody believes in that. And I hope that every single Democrat across the country will stand up and acknowledge that they have a problem within their party.
Wait.
I just can't even. My staff are freaking out. My children are panicked. I'm a very outspoken member. There are many outspoken members on both sides of the aisle. I got in a screaming match with one of my colleagues on the floor because she had decided. But
Republicans own the shooting of the two Democratic lawmakers in
225
Minnesota.
Political threats that are happening
Congressman,
and come together.
By that logic, do Republicans own the shooting of the two Democratic lawmakers in Minnesota?
Political.
Isn't this on both
sides?
sides?
Are you kidding me?
No,
we don't know what condition.
Are you kidding me? You are really going to try to talk about conservatives right now? It's like, yes, you dumb broad. You can't attack one side as a fucking Republican and say, I can't believe Democrats need to take this on the chin. They need to understand they have a violence problem. And then the two lawmakers in Minnesota who were attacked, that's what this reporter is asking Nancy Mace, saying, well, should conservatives then be, with that statement in mind, should conservatives take ownership of what happened to the lawmakers in Minnesota? And she flips her top. It's so funny.
She hasn't had the best reputation. She has a
But continue. So I want to hear that. I want to hear her flip out completely.
This country, the threats that are happening,
Congressman,
and come together.
By that logic, do Republicans own the shooting of the two Democratic lawmakers in Minnesota?
Political.
Isn't this on both sides?
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm asking.
We don't know what condition Charlie Kirk is in right now. Some raging leftist lunatic put a bullet through his neck, and you want to talk about Republicans right now? No, not at all.
You said that.
Nancy, you weren't outspoken when the Dems were attacked, you dumb broad. You got to call a spade a spade. America's broken. The left and the right, they just want to continue to push this narrative that if you're a semi on the right, you need to be so against the left, and if you're on the left, you need to be so against the right. It's like, where are the people that are fucking real? Where are the people that are stepping up and saying, hey, Israel runs our government. There's a problem with immigration. Listen, I mean, the fucking economy's in the shitter. People our age can't buy houses.
No, they can't.
Groceries are through the roofs. Doritos are $6.30 a bag.
Oh, don't get me fucking started
fucking
about
blow
this shit.
me, dude.
Nothing fucking works, okay? I come home from work yesterday. On the way home from work,
I did see your tweet. Yes, not to cut you off, but I did see your tweet the other day that said,
boy, I'm sorry.
That said, everyone wants. It was on Sunday. Everyone wants to fix the economy, but no one's got an answer.
Yes, so I've complaining with no answers, but here we go. I'm coming home from work yesterday, right? And I want to make teriyaki chicken with my wife. I want to have a romantic night.
God forbid a white guy catch a vibe.
Right? God forbid. So I go to the local grocery store. I go to Meijer. Right, we live in the Midwest, so Meijer is big here. Big corporate grocery store in the area, whatever. I go to Meijer, I get 5 chicken breast. I literally come home, we go, and she says, hey, I was in the bathroom. She goes, hey, can I start cooking this, cutting this up? I said, of course, thank you. Feeling so gracious and so grateful. Okay, she comes in, 10 minutes later, she goes, the chicken's bad.
Really?
I go, what do you mean the chicken's bad? I literally just bought it like half an hour ago. She goes, it smells and it's really, really slimy. She goes, come smell it. I smelled it. It smelled completely like
I would have
ass.
taken it back to Meijer.
I had already showered. I told her, let me go back. She goes, it's fine. I'll make you something else. She didn't want me to leave. Whatever. I didn't want to leave either.
That's a wife.
But dude, why doesn't shit fucking work? Nothing works anymore. Okay, I'm driving down the road, for example, and it took like 2 weeks to pave Tippy. Right? It took 2 weeks to pave Tippy. They pave like a third of it was not paved. So sides.
You're driving like this.
The median was not paved. The run side and the other side where the potholes were, they paved over that, but the median wasn't paved. They didn't fucking finish the job. Okay? You you go to anywhere. You go to a restaurant. You want to have a nice night, okay? You would think, because I remember this country 10 years ago. My grandpa used to take us out all the time to eat. We used to go out with our family at times to eat. There was a joy to being a server back then. People actually did their job. And if they didn't, they were called out on it. Like my aunt, God bless her, a bitch sometimes. But if it was not her way, she would call it out and they'd come back immediately. Now, 10, 15 minutes. My wife and I, this was a couple months ago, we go to the place that you used to work, ironically.
Oh, okay.
We go, we put in our drink order. We put in our order. We're waiting 10, 15, 20 minutes. Okay, cool. Reasonable. 25 minutes, 30 minutes. Now the people around us already got their food.
Really? And you haven't even got
35,
your drinks.
40. We got our drinks. We hadn't get our food.
Okay.
35, 40 minutes. There's people walking out the fucking door.
No.
I was so, she didn't want me to freak out, obviously, but my temper, man, it's coming up to here. And so I finally said something. I was like,
Can I see your manager?
I was like, listen, so we've been waiting for almost an hour now. We haven't fucking got our food. And I didn't say fucking. But I tried to be so polite, but oh, shit doesn't work. And these people don't care.
No.
And
the Jew came out in you.
I don't know what it was, but it's just like, I don't understand, like, why don't things work? Now, you can make the argument that these people aren't getting enough money, whatever, to potentially, let's be honest, fund their life, because some people, this is all they can do.
I mean, they work on tips, so you would imagine that your job would require, I want to spend time with every single customer that I have so that my tips continue
But
to go
even
up.
just the corporatization of everything, these big corporations going back to the grocery store, it feels like they don't care. And I was going on a rant to my brother, who didn't want to hear this, by the way, at all. Wanted to do his own thing, wanted to talk about something else.
The Browns.
50 years ago, 40 years ago, 30 years ago, when you had local butchers even, that they knew what they were doing, and they knew if they made a mistake, that was their reputation, and they were fucked. So they wanted to do the best job possible for their town, make the best product, whatever. You never would have had that ever. But when these corporations they swallow up all the mom and pops.
They really do.
And they have all this control, and it doesn't matter if fucking the meat, because they're not going to go out of business off that.
No,
it's
I
just
agree.
so crazy. And then when you continue all of this shit, Lord knows, all the shit I bought here in this condo right here, all the shit, it's not going to be here in 2 years. It'll probably be broken.
And how much of it was made overseas?
All of it.
Every
Legit,
single
all
lick.
of it. Because American labor, they say it's too expensive. And then what they do is they get the H-1B visas and the H-1A visas, and they take all this foreign labor, and it's cheaper.
We haven't even talked about that.
That's so crazy.
The H-1B, $100,000 if you have an H-1B visa. One time.
One time, not annually.
One time,
Even
not
though
annual.
Howard Lutnick said it was going to be annually, but then Press Secretary...
imagine that. A fucking Jew lied.
Oh, boy. Caroline Levitt goes, no, it's one time. It's not annually. Crazy. But, like, nothing in this country, to go back to it, works. Nothing works. Everything is fucked. We are fucked. We're going to be even more fucked. So my question to you is, when the grocery stores have nothing left and the shelves are empty and people are looting and rioting the homes, what's your plan? What's your plan, dude?
I genuinely keep one single bullet in my nightstand. God forbid something like that was to happen. I'm going to meet my maker, and I'm going to say, listen, unless he comes down, unless he comes back and he says...
He may be here in a couple years.
And he says, hey, but okay, that's the problem, though. We're so fucked as a society. Unless he comes down, like the Bible says, and he's riding a chariot... And there needs to be a show. No one's gonna believe anyone. It's not biblical times. I mean, you could say we're living in biblical times, but the broken world and whatever, and
it's always been a broken world, though.
It really
but
has.
It's just a critique. Not to sound all end times. I'm not trying to sound all end times, but like,
we go too down. We get too dark.
Work. Nothing works. Cars, for example, cars that are supposed to last a decade are breaking down 2 years into it. I'm having problems, or in general. If I'm a car owner and I buy, I don't know, a Kia, 2-3 years, the muffler goes, something like that, because it's not working. I can't even put it into words.
I was going to say, you got word
salad
going on.
I'm struggling to find a word here, but like we have our country built on the backs of much greater generations. The greatest generation, obviously, and the generations that preceded them. They built this country, and they sacrificed everything for the freedom that we have today. And they sacrificed everything for the society that we have that functions today. And now, it's not the same quality person. And it feels like this has been orchestrated to be on purpose. I've seen that. That's weird. That's weird.
I just refreshed my X.
Alex Jones has a brand new app, folks. What do you think about that? What do you think of the Alex Jones app?
I want to know what it is. I just now saw this. This is crazy. It just says the best thing. This is from Chase Geyser. He's the guy who does the morning show. He says the best thing you can do to make sure you can support and listen to Alex Jones after InfoWars is shut down is download the app we launched today. Is it getting shut down?
Did they actually shut down?
Is it getting shut down?
Are you let me read this. Let me see what this is. Because I did not, from my knowledge, I did not think that they shut down.
Well, it's interesting that Chase said something about it, so I'm wondering if they finally... Federal judge approves the liquidation. This is today. Federal judge approves InfoWars liquidation for Sandy Hook compensation.
Shit. This is from Alex. So it says, Red Alert, the Democrats want to shut down InfoWars today in Houston Federal Court at 1 p.m. Read the Alex Jones legal team exclusive filing that proves the deep state / Democratic Party conspiracy shut down InfoWars with unprecedented lawfare, which will set an insanely dangerous precedent for the free press. I'm not going to read all that. But if this is true, then what does that mean for everybody else? If they did shut this down, because of what he said about Sandy Hook and because of the defamation, okay, really, really bad. Yes, this has been a debate for how many years now? Over a decade?
Yeah, it's going
over
on.
A decade.
It's going on probably 5-6 years now.
No, but like the whole thing ever since it happened. When did he say this? Has it been a decade ago?
Probably.
Regardless, so let's say the last 5 years. Let's be conservative with it. This has been the last 5-6 years. YouTube banned him for this, and they're suing him for much more money than he has. Now, I think it's one of those things, and everybody...
$1.5 billion.
I think everybody on the side of InfoWars thinks that they're just coming up with that number because they want to financially fuck him for life, and they want to ruin his life. It's a free speech thing. He didn't incite violence, but what the lawyer that defended all those victims did say is people were going up to these victims and saying, hey, you're lying, your kid's not dead, harassing them. But the argument is, are you responsible for that? It's a very interesting legal precedent to set. But what does it set for everybody else now? Because now that you have this, it may set a precedent for somebody maybe like a Tucker Carlson per se, somebody like a Nick Fuentes per se, that's 100%. A little bit more to the right and says a little bit more crazy things.
And it makes me wonder now, did Owen Schroyer leave InfoWars?
That's interesting.
Because it was getting shut down?
I think that's what Alex said when he called him out in that fiery speech. He was calling him out for not being able to stand the test of time, for jumping ship before it gets really tough.
This thing's 17 minutes. Obviously, I don't want to listen to the whole thing, but I want to hear what he has to say, at least in the beginning of it. So we're on.
I'll play that for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just so we can watch it on the thing.
Well, it was an accident.
You're good. But while I get this ready, what do you think happens to Alex in the next couple days and then the next couple months?
I don't know. I mean, InfoWars is shutting down. Its assets are liquidated. That's everything in his business name. I mean, he obviously has a friend in Tucker Carlson, who's wealthy. He has a friend in Joe Rogan, who's wealthy. He's got friends all over the place. I genuinely just see him popping up with a new name. I know he had mentioned that they were trying to take, Alex Jones, blah blah blah. So it's an end of an era to have InfoWars shut down. But I think he'll still remain alive with Alex Jones Twitter. He can go live on Rumble with the Alex Jones Show. He's not dead. He's not gonna be silenced. It's just InfoWars might no longer be a thing. I might have to cop a T-shirt now.
Yeah, or get some
methylene blue
or that Trilogy.
We got the best methylene blue in the market.
Anyway, here's that clip.
Well, this is quite a moment for us here. We've held out for many years against the deep state and the system attacking us, and the federal judge that has been presented with all the corruption, all the fake auctions, all the fraud he's admitted that happened, just about 45 minutes ago said, hey, you can, the stay's lifted, you can seize InfoWars. And so they don't want money. It's all an appeal anyways. They want to destroy it. They say in the news, we want to shut him down. That's our mission. Then they also say he won't give us money. He has hidden money, which isn't true. So it's the most deceptive garbage run by the Democrats, the DOJ previously. The current DOJ had an investigation going. Their idea, Ed Martin, it's cut and dry the documents. That got killed last week by the deputy attorney general who really runs things. And that's where we are in the year 2025.
That's sad, man. Obviously, you feel for the victims of the Sandy Hook shooting, and you feel for the victims' families. Obviously, it's a shame they were harassed. But I remember not too long ago when you had the whole Bernie Bro incident, and you had these Bernie Bros that were getting very violent, and everybody on the left was saying, you are not responsible for your audience. And I remember that.
He also has AJN, which is the Alex Jones Network.
That's
so
true.
I'm wondering, it's just going to be the end of InfoWars. Alex Jones is not going to go anywhere.
He can always change his name like Kanye did the Ye, and he could call himself Al Jones. He could do that too if he wanted to avoid all this shit. And I'm sure
it does suck though, because InfoWars is just such a dope name.
Yeah, and I mean it's really cool to have a 24-hour, essentially a conspiracy news network, but also a news network that's not afraid to shy away from like tough stories. You know what I mean? Now
I did hear him start condemning Israel a little bit, so I mean, there is that. I'm just going through Owen Schroyer's.
But yeah, there's been that
Twitter here.
It's just so nice to be able to listen 24 hours a day. You had Owen, then you have Harrison Smith, you have Alex Jones, and it's not just conspiracy shit. He talks about like the economy and stuff like that. He talks about religion. He mainstream politics, yes, but it also is. He is the guy that broke the Bohemian Grove story. There's no doubt about that.
He predicted 9/11, man.
Predicted 9/11. Convinced Tucker Carlson that it was not what they say it is. Literally filmed a documentary, stuck into Bohemian Grove, and filmed all of these shady people lighting an effigy of an owl on fire. In these hoods, weird shit, druids, all of this. And he said the one thing that essentially did end his life financially. So, you know, he talks about it. He's dealing with the consequences right now, but ultimately it is a free speech issue, and I don't know what precedent this sets going forward for everybody else. It's very sad, man.
It really is.
But then again,
here's the thing, and it makes me upset. It makes me upset because of what we literally just saw this past month, which was Charlie Kirk being gunned down.
You would have thought that was the end.
And thousands of Democrats openly freaking celebrated Charlie Kirk's assassination. And then you take it to Alex Jones' situation where he never once said anything other than maybe Sandy Hook was a hoax. So if he said that, it's not like he was cheering on the death of children. It's not like he was saying it was a good thing. He simply just implied that it was a hoax or whatever he did. And granted, that was alcoholic Alex Jones.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to freedom of speech and trying to shut someone down, I feel like they just got him. They've been trying forever to try to get him off the air and to shut him down. And it's really eye-opening now that you see how far it can go, where you can literally have someone publicly celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, but then someone just maybe speaks out in a conspiratorial way and they get shut down, they get sued for $1.5 billion. How come there's not a lawsuit from Turning Point USA or from Erica Kirk going out to every single one of those people for defamation of character, cheering on her husband's assassination? I mean, it's a one-way battle, and maybe I'm picking the wrong fight. Maybe pick supporting the guy who maybe called Sandy Hook a hoax is the wrong take to have. But you hate to see it because he's one of the talking heads for the conservative movement. So now you're going to try to silence Alex Jones, who's kind of the non-mainstream.
But he basically is mainstream.
I mean, he's mainstream, but he's not Fox. You know what I mean? Like when I say mainstream,
he's not old school media.
No, he's not on television unless you fucking stream it. Like, so it's just, again, it goes both ways. It's disgusting. Speaking of freedom of speech, I'll say it right now. Our next story, what the fuck?
So, folks, if you haven't heard, if you've been living under the rock, for the 2026 Super Bowl halftime show, the NFL has chosen none other than Bad Bunny for the show. Now, if you haven't heard of Bad Bunny, he's actually quite big globally. He has like 77 million Spotify monthly listeners. He's actually quite huge. But in America, this guy speaks no English. All of his songs are in Spanish.
I think he does speak English.
Well,
he wasn't Happy Gilmore.
Right, he was. He did good in Happy Gilmore, dude.
I liked it.
Yeah, I think he was good.
But to be on fucking halftime of Super Bowl
when all your songs are in Spanish, I think it's a little bit of a concern. Now,
and they're just trying. You can continue your rant in a second, but they are trying to absolutely demolish the Super Bowl halftime show. It's not a race thing, but I did not enjoy Kendrick Lamar's halftime performance last year.
Right, and
you didn't because you're a Drake fan, but
thanks.
But I didn't enjoy it. I think that there's just something about incorporating. It has nothing to do with rap. I mean, I loved the
Dr. Dre,
Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre,
Eminem,
50 Cent, all that. Like that halftime show, Mary J. Blige. That was a great halftime show.
That was great.
I loved that halftime show. But to nuance.
Usher was really good. I liked Usher.
Usher was good too.
Because who was it? Ludacris came out.
Yeah, it was dope.
Good.
It was dope.
It was fun.
But like fucking, give me Creed. Give me the old school.
Yeah, nobody's watching. I don't think anybody wants that.
What, Creed?
I don't think anybody does. Because think about it, dude. People our age, like I like Creed. I was listening to Higher today. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but like, how many people our age know who Creed is, and how many people our age?
No, dude, you're lowballing it. I genuinely, dude. Do you know how many Creed memes are going around right now? Creed is huge. They've been bigger than probably when they were in their peak right now. They're second peaking right now.
Are you sure?
Can you take
Right, I know. Everybody, it's a great song. Like I said, I listened to Higher by Creed today. But what they're counting on is the eyeballs. And I don't know if people our age and then even Gen Alpha, are they going to turn off the TV for halftime or switch it to something else? Because Creed is not directed at them. Now, Gen X,
but it's American.
Millennials, I get that, but like I know Creed from Higher, but that's it. That's all I know.
Yeah. Arms wide open. No?
I'm sorry, man. But you know what I mean? Like, okay, so here's the problem. So you have somebody like Jay-Z, Rock Nation, who's doing all of this stuff. But besides Eminem, he hasn't put any white person to perform for the Super Bowl halftime show. And he didn't even want Eminem originally, but Dr. Dre said he wouldn't do the thing without Eminem for the Super Bowl halftime show 2021. And so it's weird. I don't personally get it. The whole Bad Bunny thing. I get he's big. I get that the NFL wants to kind of expand globally, whatever. But you read this. This is an article from Variety. And it says right here, because of the Super Bowl halftime show having Bad Bunny, a Trump advisor says ICE agents will be at the Super Bowl for Bad Bunny's halftime show. Quote, it's so shameful they picked someone who seems to hate America. So the thought is that they're going to try and deport Bad Bunny at halftime. Here we go. Donald Trump's former campaign manager, Corey Lewandowski, appeared on Benny Johnson's web interview series, The Benny Show, and warned that ICE agents will be present at the 2026 Super Bowl where Bad Bunny is set to perform the halftime show. Notably, the halftime show presented by Apple Music is Bad Bunny's only U.S. concert appearance. It's set for 2026 at this time. ICE's highly anticipated Debbie Terrar Mas Photos World Tour, which is scheduled to run from December through July 2026, is not stopping in the States. Bad Bunny told ID Magazine last month that his fear of ICE raids was part of the reason why he skipped touring in the U.S.
Good.
So why is he doing the Super Bowl halftime show? That he must be getting a fuck ton of money.
So here's the deal. I'm doing some research now. Bad Bunny has the most monthly listeners.
Right. He's huge. He's huge.
Right.
He's
right.
huge.
70. Well, not the most. Bruno Mars has the most, but 77.5 to 77.8 million listeners a month. But their largest, like, who listens to them the most? Who would you expect? What country?
Anywhere in South America.
Give me a country.
I don't know. Brazil.
Mexico. So Mexico is the number one listener to Bad Bunny.
That checks out.
Yeah, it checks out. It checks out.
Checks out.
It checks out. But why are we hosting that's the thing. Like, dude, it just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I feel like there's got to be a better option out there. There's got to be a better option out there.
Dude, this is crazy.
Because you know what's going to happen? Americans aren't going to watch.
Or he might get deported and we're all going to watch.
Could you imagine if he got deported on stage?
Look at this. When Johnson asked Lewandowski if ICE will have enforcement at the Super Bowl where Bad Bunny is performing, the Trump advisor responded, there is nowhere you can provide safe haven to people who are in this country illegally. Not the Super Bowl and nowhere else. We will find you and apprehend you and put you in a detention facility and deport you. No, that is a very real situation under this administration, which is contrary to how it used to be. Okay. So
and a lot of people thought it was going to be Taylor Swift. I'd take a Taylor Swift Super Bowl over Bad Bunny.
She didn't want it. I don't think she wanted it, which is crazy. Or Jay-Z, a little bit racist, like I said, never put a white person in the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah,
on his own account, not in his own will, whatever. So interesting, very interesting. How do we feel about this? Do you think he'll get deported at halftime? Do you think he'll be allowed to perform the whole set?
I want to know. I want to know in the comments genuinely, and we'll clip this too. What is your genuine opinion, Americans? What is your opinion on Bad Bunny doing the halftime show? I want to know.
My opinion, dude. I want all the my whole thing now. Besides in my life. I like to have a calm life. But everywhere else, give me the chaos.
Yeah.
Give me the chaos. I want to see him perform a set. There's been pictures going around of him in a dress with tits. I want to see him have the dress with the tits, and he's doing his thing, he's performing, and then halfway through just gets tackled, and the fake tits come out of the dress, and it's Stephen Miller, his Jewish ass, just tackles him to the floor. The fake tits come off, the wig falls off, and he goes, "Ay caramba!" And they put the handcuffs on him, and and the crowd, whoa!
That's
actually,
so funny.
It's in San Francisco, so they're not cheering; they're booing.
Yeah, no. There probably will be ICE agents outside of San Francisco's fucking Super Bowl.
And all the trans fans, because like I said, it's California. All the trans fans are doing the drag queen story hours.
Oh, yeah.
They're ripping off the high heel. They're throwing the high heels on the stage. Get the fuck off the stage. Whatever. But it's so crazy. That's what I'm cheering for. That's what I'm cheering for. It's ma'am. One of those. That's what I'm cheering for, man.
Oh.
That's what I'm cheering for. I want the most chaotic situation.
No, I
and
hear
I want to
you.
watch it all from the comfort of my home.
Right, and then
How
I
about
just
that?
want to watch the blowback on Twitter
Right.
and all the conservatives. I want to watch the country divide even further.
Yes.
I love it. I mean, there's nothing better than sitting back on Super Bowl Sunday, enjoying an adult beverage, eating some wings. Bad Bunny is performing at the Super Bowl.
I mean, listen, usually I have to worry because it's all my family, right? My parents, my grandparents. And usually I have to worry about, like, for example, when Jennifer Lopez did the Super Bowl.
Oh, and you're like, oh, I don't want her pussy to come out with my
and-
grandparents right here.
Correct.
Yeah.
And when you could see her ass, I didn't necessarily love to hear what
No,
came
because
out
it's
of my
weird.
grandma's mouth.
Yeah, because you're like grandma and grandpa are there watching it, and like in the back of your head, you're like, I would.
So
I
when
would.
Bad Bunny walks out with the dress and tits, I don't know how I'm going to feel, but I'm guessing it's not going to be great.
No.
But
not great at all. But congratulations to Bad Bunny.
Congratulations.
I mean, yeah, this show was all over the place. Let's count what we covered. Candace Owens, a lot on Israel. Bill Maher, Nancy Mace.
Bad Bunny.
And
then...
And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen.
Officer Tatum.
Officer Tatum. Dave Smith, Pierce Morgan.
Yes.
Just don't forget that 250 of your congressmen went to Israel to support their actual
the real president.
allegiance. Their real allegiance.
It's just crazy.
Who was fucking saying that fascism starts with the Pledge of Allegiance?
What? Was it Ilham Omar?
No, it was a white dude.
What? Fascism starts with the Pledge of Allegiance. We could use a little bit of fascism.
What was it? Fascism starts with...
That's interesting. I can picture the male in my head. Is it a skinny fat white guy in his 50s?
Yes, bald head. What's his name?
I was just guessing. I have no clue.
It was him though, but
it was. It probably wasn't Stephen Miller.
No, it wasn't Stephen Miller.
That's interesting. Fascism starts with the Pledge of Allegiance. If anybody's watching this to point, we're very sorry.
No, but we're going to find it for you, and this will make for a great clip if I can fucking find it. God, I should have sent it to you.
Fascism starts with the Pledge of Allegiance. I'm going to look for it as well.
It was a clip of a dude, and he was... Fascism starts with...
Let's see here.
He's a bald dude. He was doing an interview.
Right here? This guy?
No, that wasn't
No?
him. No.
Sorry, folks.
That's all right. No one's watching this far in.
Yeah.
We're just doing this for the clip at this point.
Yeah, if we can find it.
I know. If we can't find it, it's gonna suck.
I don't think we're gonna find it.
I don't either, and I know his name, and I can't. Who's that fucking? He's a big liberal.
Brian Stelter? Stelter used to be on CNN.
No, I don't think that was him.
What are you talking about though? Like what network? Give me a
It
network.
wasn't a network. I don't even know.
It was like a civilian.
Yeah. It was actually on Piers Morgan.
Did I send it to you?
But he wasn't in it. Piers Morgan.
I think I sent this to you.
Fascism.
I'm gonna look for it right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's got to be up here. Sorry, folks. We're gonna find it though. Hopefully, and then maybe that'll be the last thing.
Yeah, it'll be the last thing if I could find it.
That's a big if though.
No.
If not, I do have some. Oh, you talking about the head of the ADL, Jonathan Greenblatt? No,
it wasn't him.
He wouldn't say that.
No, he was doing it in like his den. He was giving the interview in his den. Was this it? When fascism comes to America, it won't be swastikas. Yes, this is it. All
right. Let's build this up.
Yes.
So go on and tell everybody now that we could start the clip with this. Here we go.
All right. So, excuse me. So on the Piers Morgan panel, I forget all these dudes' names, especially the dude in the middle, but guy on the left is obviously Piers Morgan. The one in from him is shit. What's his name? He runs that podcast with all this. I forget his name. Anyways, they're basically talking. I did a terrible job. Let me rebuild this here.
All right, for the clip, whenever you're ready.
Okay, so Democrats are at it again, attacking Donald Trump and basically the whole MAGA movement. On this Piers Morgan panel, They were discussing fascism, and they were actually discussing. It came to be about Israel, kind of, but it was basically the MAGA movement and the Democrats arguing about who had Christian values and whatnot. You can go watch this, but whoever they'll mention the guy's name who's talking. But when they bring up the clip, it's just wild. You just have to watch.
We're gonna play that for you now. Here we go.
A Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist said on the Secular Talk podcast that Charlie Kirk's assassination was being used to create a new martyr for the movement of Christian nationalism, which he said is a backdoor to American fascism. Let's take a look.
When fascism comes to America, it won't be with swastikas and jackboots, and it will be with the Christian cross and mass recitations of the Pledge of Allegiance. You really got a glimpse of that.
Yeah, bad.
And so this is the guy, by the way, folks, that is saying fascism will come in the form of the Pledge of Allegiance.
And the Christian cross.
Yes. I don't see your chin, sir. Where's your chin?
If I shave my beard, mine's missing too, so I won't say anything about that. But
anyway.
and the first thing in here, let's just let's kind of dive into this. So this is the top 10 fascist behaviors, and we'll start with 10. Fraudulent elections. That was the Democrats. Subordination of women. That's kind of the right. Disdain for intellectuals.
All right, well,
if kind of goes on the it's kind of left.
All right, well, can we be honest though?
This
all of
list
these
is ass fuck.
All of these can be attributed to the right.
Cut that.
No, play it. Continue.
All right. Maybe I'm a fascist. Fuck, I'm going to get fired from my job.
Say what number 7 is.
Hypernationalism.
Fuck.
Shit.
All right, what's number 6?
Control of the media.
Okay,
That's
the
not
left.
us.
The left. Well, technically, if you inherit,
it's the Jews.
If you say the Zionists, then they're technically on the right.
Shit.
Okay, so we can.
It's all right. We're against that anyway.
Right.
Suppression of dissent.
Well, you can kind of say when Trump wanted to ban Jimmy Kimmel.
I agree. Racism or bigotry.
Well, we know that's on the right.
Fuck.
But also on the left. But
they're really the ones that push the racist narrative.
Right. The Democrats are the real racists.
That's true.
What's
the
number
globalists?
3?
Disdain for human rights.
Okay, so you can kind of interpret that for both. You can interpret all these for both. But
you really can.
Let's read 2 and 1. What's 2?
Intimidation of opponents.
Okay, the National Guard. It's the right.
Glorification.
But it could also be the left.
Number one is glorification of violence, and the only people that I see glorifying violence is the left.
The left. Okay, but you could probably make all of that for both. That's what you can interpret that for both.
Yeah.
But some of those were obvious, like the right.
Yeah. For sure.
Does this guy have a point?
A fascist is someone who believes rights come from the state. Okay.
I don't think so. I think we get our rights from God.
A fascist cares nothing about your constitutional rights. I think that's all we care about.
I don't care about the 19th Amendment. I think that should go away.
A fascist uses your political correctness to shut you up. A fascist uses race to attack you.
The left.
A fascist perpetrates political violence. The left. A fascist uses media to lie to you. Both sides.
Yeah.
A fascist hates free speech.
That could also be both sides.
It's really the left. But you saw it with Jimmy Kimmel. A fascist protects criminals to sow chow in society. I don't fucking know.
To sow chaos. It's a typo.
Oh, to sow chaos in society. And it tells you it's a crime to defend yourself from the criminals. The left.
Yeah, the left.
A fascist steals your money to redistribute to the lazy.
Oh, the left.
The left. A fascist puts themselves before God.
The left.
The left. And on that note, it's going to make for a wild clip. Show how dumb we are.
The beast is home. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure to have you back on the show here.
Absolutely.
Anything you want to close off with?
No, we got to go say hi to Mom.
Yes. Well, thank you, everybody. If you are still watching, please hit the subscribe button. Give the video a like. If you like what we're doing, then continue to just watch all of the stuff that we're putting out. We're very grateful for you. And yeah, have a good night. Bye-bye.